Welcome to extra time after Leeds United got back to winning ways. 2-0 winners at Preston North End with Patrick Bamford at the double for the Whites. Tony Dorigo was here in the LUTV studio throughout the evening on what was a nervy night in some respects, Tony. But look, the important thing was that we got back to winning ways and we got a deserved win, didn't we?
Absolutely. Of course it was nervy. The pressure was on. We had to go to a difficult place and perform. But we did. I thought we were, thoroughly the better side. Always in control. 2-0 could have been, one or two more, but the main thing is, you're quite right, 3 points, and we got them all, which is great. I
mean, I know we got a response in terms of the result, but did we get a response in terms of a performance as well?
Absolutely, yeah. I thought certainly first half the tempo was there, still the commitment to play as we like it was there. Again, we're just lacking that cutting edge, but I thought it was a step up from the Birmingham City performance, absolutely. But second half, I thought we were very good. We went out there with the right mindset to go up that next level and take the game to Preston. And we did. We ran out, very easily winners.
Yeah, and of course it became that little bit easier, of course, when Preston went down to 10 men. There was there's no arguments from their point of view, is there?
No, absolutely not. No, the Bamford was clean through, but even up to that point, it's only 7-8 minutes into that second half. But even up to that point, we had 2 or 3 strikes on goal. We were tearing down the flanks. We were looking like that we wanted to go and score. The only team was going to score, it was going to be us. So, yeah, with that, it made it even easier.
Okay, well, let's look at the goals then that won the game for Leeds United and Patrick Bamford, who we talked about on Saturday, Tony. He had a few chances, but like all good strikers do, he wasn't showing any effects of that, was he? And this is a great goal.
It is. It's a great strike. You've got to have confidence. You're playing up top. You cannot score everything. Unfortunately, that you try and attempt to put on target, but you've got to keep going. You've got to keep believing, keep having a go, keep getting those dangerous areas, the difficult areas for strikers, and he did. That's a great strike. It's a brilliant strike.
Yeah, and I suppose that's the key thing, isn't it? You keep going, you get into that position. He's not shying away from anything, is he? I mean, his goal output this season has been fantastic.
It has. You said minutes to goal. He's been absolutely tremendous, and not only that. I look at his work rate. He does work really hard. Now, what I don't want him to see is out on the wings all the time, going away from where he needs to be. But eventually, when he gets a sight at goal, only one thing on his mind. And I think a couple of minutes earlier, he went with his other foot where he probably could have passed. There, I'm going to have another go. Bang, this time it's in the back of the net. So, yeah, he's got great mental strength. He has a belief in his ability, and rightly so. And there we're seeing why.
Yeah, I think, Pablo might try and claim an assist there.
Another assist,
a
bit of fortune.
Yeah, a little bit of fortune, but, nothing fortunate about the finish as well. And, that's what he's got in his lock. He's a sweet striker of the ball, isn't he?
Absolutely. And it's not as if he's unproven. At this sort of level, he's been fantastic. I think he was Championship Player of the Year, was it 2 or 3 ago, scoring a hatful. So he's done it. He's been there and done it. He's known what he can do, but he wants to get in the big league. This was his chance. And I suppose it hasn't gone exactly like he would have liked, but I tell you what, this is the important bit of the season. And they were 2 big important goals. Yeah,
and even though Preston were down to 10 men, Tony, and we were on top, you always want that second goal, don't you? So let's take a look at that from Bamford. It's a different kind of goal, obviously. It's a header, but it's a move that we start, right from the back. And how many goals this season have started like this?
Yeah, but it's brilliant. But then Kirwin there, picks the right ball out, gets it down and plays, and then of course we're off. I mean, look at the movement we've got. Suddenly, Click is running into that channel there, but it's a straight ball, but it's great. Doesn't get it the first attempt. Bamford makes the first run, has to check his run there, and then there's no power on that cross. And he isn't running onto the ball, so he's got to use his ability to head it, just right. And he picks the keeper moving his weight that way. He puts it back the other way. It's a great striker's header. It really is.
And I think what you can see here in the celebration is not only, of course, celebration that we've got a second goal and we're well on the way to 3 points, but I think it's just about Patrick Bamford, isn't it, and how much respect he commands in the dressing room.
Yeah, and absolutely. Listen, and everyone wants the striker to score. It's a team in every sense of the word, and I'm sure. I think Bamford will be the first one to say, actually, it doesn't matter who scores, but you know what? He wants to score. He wants to score, and rightly so. But he deserved it, and this was really good. However, what you don't do if I was Preston is give him any time and space in the box, because that's a huge mistake. They're all ball watching, but hey, I don't really care about that. What I do care about is the finish, and it's a really good ball and a better finish.
And at this stage of the season, 5 games to go now. You want your striker in that scoring touch, don't you? Because it could come down to nervy games where there might be 1 or 2 chances. In a match.
Absolutely. He's got to keep, going to those positions and keep putting himself there. I think we said before, keepers, they make a mistake to the back of the net. Maybe a midfielder, not so much, but strikers, same thing. If you keep missing, there's been a lot of pressure on him as well, but he come up trumps.
Yeah, fantastic from Patrick Bamford. Next up for ourselves, Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday. Things spin around again, don't they, in terms of who plays first. But Sheffield Wednesday under Steve Bruce, Tony, they've found a little bit of form. They've certainly improved from earlier on this season.
Yeah, but I think we owe them one because I remember, going there earlier in the season,
Yeah.
and I've got to say, second half, I thought we were brilliant. We were really good. To come away with a draw, I felt really disappointed. Good side, decent side, but we should have taken all 3 points. And it's going to be tough. Of course it is. It's a Yorkshire derby again, but I just feel anyone at Ellen Road, we shouldn't be worried about them. We go out there, we play at a tempo, we go out there to beat them.
Yeah, and take the confidence from tonight into that game.
Ah,
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it was just vital, and there's no doubt the pressure was on. And every time we do have a poor performance or we lose, we bounce back strongly. And it's been big performances. And this, just because of I think the timing of the season, the Preston result was huge. Take that into this one. Yeah, we're looking good.
Yeah, another game ticked off then for Leeds United. 5 to go. So make sure you join us on LUTV for all the build-up on Saturday. Remember, it's a 5:30 kickoff, so join us for that and get your match pass at leedsunited.com. But Tony, thank you for joining us for extra time. Good 3 points for the Whites, and Patrick Bamford back amongst the goals.